Oh, and you're talking about black and black violence just now, okay?
No.
In that
Well, this
context.
is history.
No, this is history. I'm talking
No, it's
historically.
historical I'm talking about.
Factual history.
No, the black and black violence in Chicago today
Yes.
with guns, so it's just another aspect.
Oh,
That was for territory or king want to gain what they call advantage or
Yes.
whatever.
Land.
Whatever, yeah, land, whatever the reason for it. But what I'm saying, the difference with our kings and warriors in their conquest, they did not dehumanize humanity in the context of how Western powers, when they engage communities and countries, not only that they overrun that place, but they dehumanize and continue to do so. That's why you're saying, when you say, where did we go wrong, you're asking. You're talking about Americanism permeate your territory, whether through television or magazine, etc. That's by design. Okay? So none of what we have accomplished and did as a nation is ever exhibited unless it's done, bring it out a little and cloak it again with misinformation, right?
yes.
So when we're speaking about our warrior now, King Zulu might did some very undesirable things in crime, but he did that in a battle, right? And as you say, your king did, which I like, give some animals for food.
Yes.
As that to show you what it reinforces what I'm actually saying.
It's,
That we don't dehumanize to the level of non-human.
Yeah.
but
Like-
such are
like-
great people.
Huh?
We're just great people.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So just
I
I want
wanted
to tell
to say
everyone
that.
we are. You know our
Great
national
people,
motto.
very great people.
The motto.
What Khotsopulana.
Khotopulana, that's peace, reign, prosperity. And that is what we wish for others.
Yeah,
And that is
that's
what
correct.
we tell everyone, and that is what we speak over our nation.
Yes.
And
that's beautiful.
it really is
Great
a unique.
people.
Yes,
Because the
absolutely.
story you tell about the brother giving the cattle,
Yes.
it reminds me of when the Eternal said to his people, when you live in the land, when you harvest it, leave some of it for foreigners
Yes.
passing by and peradventure
Yes.
need food.
Yes. True.
So you're providing and protecting.
And also to do that, you know, I think just naturally, we stayed when we arrived here, we stayed with an old friend from high school. Her father, Canadian family, her father set up the dairy in Lesotho way back in the 80s, and he was in Lesotho for 9 years. And you know, and she said, you know, how we became friends was when she arrived, new kid in school. You know, I was the first person to come up to her and, you know, hi, okay, what's your name? So where are you staying? Oh, what's your father doing? Okay, well, and helped her calm down because you're anxious moving to a new school.
And these are persons of African origin.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
These are
But
Caucasian people, right?
Caucasian. But there were 90 nationalities at our school. So
Yes,
in
yes.
all honesty, Lesotho was a magical place.
No,
It's-
and we always, for all humanity, we always take care of
Yes,
all
we do.
humanity. We don't know preference. We're learning that when we come into the Americas.
We do.
As I say, that is when they come, most of my friends, when they come to Canada, they know that they were black. That goes from Africa and Jamaica, because at home we didn't know that thing.
True.
Until somebody said, you're black here. You know, so we want to use every breath going forward to change the paradigm right now.
Yes. But you must come and visit. We've got snow in our beautiful mountains in winter.
Well,
Only in winter. It's not like here that's crazy.
or it's only in winter, it's
that has-
there.
No, yeah.
No, it gets, when you're in the mountains in summer, it gets a little bit nippy in the afternoon, in the late evening. But otherwise, you know, we have, and I think what was interesting for me was being in Banff, I started feeling very homesick. because
You
those
live up there?
up there, yes,
Yeah, we are-
because it's the same altitude.
More or less
that's
the same
correct,
altitude,
yes.
yeah.
And it's breathtaking just in terms of just the size of the mountain, and I like our
I
mountains.
mean, the drive, it's quite
Yeah,
spectacular drive.
in Lesotho, right?
Yes, I'm saying on my
You
mountains.
like the
I love my
oh,
mountains.
beautiful.
I love my
no.
mountains. And what's also
I mean,
unique
you
is that we've got
drive
a,
You drive up through the mountains, you do a lot of switchbacks, and then you're climbing 2,000 meters, 2,500 meters, 3,500 meters.
and they mark it.
And yeah, you get to see the passes, they name the passes, I can't forget. can't
That's
remember all of
beautiful.
them.
How is the security in the country?
So,
It's not too bad actually. It's not too bad. Lesotho, I think,
No, no,
is still we're still very small. So everyone knows everyone else. There's a sense of community. It's not an issue.
Tourism
No, no.
are big there?
Tourism used to be big. It's growing again.
tourism is growing.
We're about to launch through the Commonwealth as partnered with the Lesotho National Development Corporation a brand Lesotho campaign. And what they're doing with that is they are looking at promoting Lesotho in terms of a key investment and tourism venue.
So do you
that's
have that
exciting.
here already?
It's in the pipeline. And what was interesting for me was I met with the people
So
from
you're part
Commonwealth.
of that, bringing that
I'm-
Lesotho to
I'm-
Canada?
I'm
Are they
hopefully
ready?
going to be part of that. I've had initial discussions with them. In Lesotho, for the
So
sake
who
of
would
transparency,
be? Who
everything
would- who
goes to
would be
tender.
if not you? Who would be?
Well, that's the thing.
Who would-
You know what? I speak it in faith that I will be part of that delegation.
delegation.
That's doing that.
Mm.
Because
No, but who would be? I'm asking.
I'm the perfect person.
Yeah,
I think
know
they
that.
just need to.
That
They
I
just,
know, but
they,
who would be if not you? How's the government? What kind of government do you have?
we've got a kingdom and
It's a
and a
kingdom.
prime minister.
Kingdom and
Oh, Prime Minister, okay. And you're not
Similar system,
in, what kind of parliamentary or?
Parliament,
Oh,
we have
monarchy.
Parliament, we have a Senate.
The
As
king,
well.
the king isn't. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, so the king have jurisdiction, but you have the parliamentary.
Yeah,
Yes.
That runs the country. That
Yes.
runs, yeah, something like here, which is
similar
in
system.
England.
Yeah.
Except our king is actually Mosotho. He went to high school. He was 6 years old, 7 years older than us.
What age is he now?
He's 52, 53.
52, 53.
Okay.
He's quite young.
So we want to be, what we want to do is to change the dynamics of having foreigners come in and the government delegating what's supposed to come to the nationals like you,
To them.
to them to promote something in the Americas or wherever on this planet
Yes.
that is. And I don't know what is.
We are working on that.
So that one, because you see, that's where our mandate should be focusing on.